The Kalahari Desert stretches across southern Africa like a vast, sun-baked canvas. It is a world of immense horizons and shimmering heat. The sand, a deep, burning orange, rolls in gentle dunes that seem to go on forever. Here, life is pared down to its very essence. The sun beats down with an unforgiving intensity, and the air is often so dry it feels sharp against the skin. Thorny acacia trees dot the landscape, their twisted branches reaching for a sky that rarely offers rain. At first glance, this appears to be a place of scarcity, a land where survival itself seems an impossible challenge. How could anything, let alone human beings, thrive in such an extreme and demanding environment? Yet this is not an empty land. It is a world teeming with a unique and resilient kind of life. A gemsbok with its long, spear-like horns stands silhouetted against the setting sun. A meerkat family pops its head up from a burrow, ever watchful. Even the smallest insects and reptiles have found ingenious ways to endure the heat and the drought. This is a place of subtle signs and hidden treasures. A slight depression in the sand might signal water deep below. The call of a particular bird could lead to a beehive rich with honey. The Kalahari is a testament to the incredible adaptability of nature, a world where every living thing is part of an intricate, interconnected web. The question of survival here is not just about strength, but about knowledge. It is about understanding the land not as an adversary to be conquered, but as a provider to be respected. It requires an intimacy with the seasons, the plants, and the animals that can only be built over countless generations. One must learn to read the desert's subtle language, the tracks in the sand, the direction of the wind, the shape of the clouds. This is a place that demands patience, observation, and a profound humility. It challenges our modern assumptions about what is necessary for life and asks us to look deeper, to see the abundance that lies hidden within the apparent emptiness. This ancient landscape holds the key to one of humanity's most remarkable stories of endurance. For tens of thousands of years, a people have called this desert home. They have not just survived here, they have flourished, creating a rich and complex culture in perfect harmony with their surroundings. Their story is written not in books, but in the earth itself. It is a story of wisdom, resilience, and a deep spiritual connection to the natural world. To understand them is to understand a different way of being human, a way that holds vital lessons for all of us in the world today. They are the San people, the first inhabitants of southern Africa. Their ancestors have walked this land for longer than any other group of humans on Earth. For at least 20,000 years, and perhaps far longer, they have lived in this seemingly harsh desert. Their connection to the Kalahari is not one of mere survival. It is a profound spiritual bond. The land is not just a place where they live. It is the very core of their identity. It is their pharmacy, their supermarket, and their temple. Every rock, every tree, and every animal has a story and a purpose within their worldview, a deep and intricate tapestry of existence, woven over millennia. This ancient lineage makes the San a living library of human history. Their knowledge of the natural world is encyclopedic, passed down from one generation to the next through stories, songs, and direct experience. They understand the desert's rhythms in a way that modern science is only just beginning to appreciate. They know which roots hold water, which plants can heal, and which insects signal a change in the weather. This wisdom is not abstract. It is practical, essential, and life-sustaining. It has allowed them to live lightly on the land, taking only what they need and ensuring that the delicate balance of the ecosystem remains intact for the future. The San do not see themselves as separate from nature, but as an integral part of it. This philosophy shapes their entire existence. They view animals not as lesser beings to be dominated, but as fellow inhabitants of the desert, each deserving of respect. This relationship is a delicate dance of give and take. When a hunter takes the life of an animal, it is done with gratitude and a deep sense of responsibility. They believe the animal offers itself to the hunter, and this gift must be honored. This belief fosters a powerful conservation ethic, ensuring that the animal populations they depend on are never depleted, securing a future for all. In the chapters that follow, we will journey into the world of the San. We will explore the ancient skills that have allowed them to thrive in one of the planet's most challenging environments. We will uncover the secrets of their tracking abilities, their ingenious tools, and their profound understanding of the natural world. We will also discover the social fabric that binds them together, a culture of sharing, equality, and deep community spirit. Their story is a whisper from the ancient past, carrying a message of harmony and sustainability that our modern world desperately needs to hear. It is a story of what it truly means to be at home on planet Earth. To watch a San hunter track an animal is to witness a master at work. It is a skill that is part science, part art, and part intuition. The sand becomes a page, and the tracks left upon it tell a detailed story. A tracker can look at a set of prints and know not just the species of the animal, but its age, its sex, and even its physical condition. A slight drag of a hoof might indicate an old injury. The depth of the print reveals the animal's weight and speed. The tracker reads these signs with a fluency that is simply astonishing, piecing together a narrative of the animal's journey through the desert landscape. This incredible ability is honed from early childhood. A young San child learns to identify the tracks of insects, lizards, and birds before they can even speak in full sentences. Their education is the desert itself. They learn to notice the faintest of signs: a broken twig, a displaced stone, a tuft of fur caught on a thorn bush. These are the clues that allow them to follow an animal for many miles, often over several days. It is a process that requires immense patience, physical endurance, and an almost supernatural level of concentration. The hunter must become one with the mind of the animal, anticipating its movements and understanding its needs. Finding water in a desert that receives so little rain is perhaps the ultimate survival skill. The San possess a remarkable ability to locate hidden sources of water that would be invisible to an untrained eye. They know how to find sip wells, small underground reservoirs of rainwater that can be accessed by digging down and using a hollow reed as a straw. They also identify specific plants known as water-bearing roots, which they can dig up and shave for their precious moisture. This knowledge is a lifeline, allowing them to travel and live in areas that others would consider uninhabitable, turning the arid land into a place of sustenance. Hunting is traditionally done with a small bow and arrows, tipped with a potent, carefully prepared poison. The poison is derived from the larvae of a specific beetle, and its preparation is a highly skilled and secretive process. The poison does not kill the animal instantly, but works slowly, allowing the hunter to track the animal until it collapses. This method, known as persistence hunting, is a testament to their incredible stamina and tracking prowess. It is a quiet, patient pursuit, a deep and ancient conversation between the hunter and the hunted, played out across the vast, silent stage of the Kalahari. The San people's relationship with their environment is beautifully reflected in the tools they create and use. There is an elegant simplicity and profound ingenuity in their craftsmanship. Everything they make is sourced directly from the desert, and every item serves a vital purpose. Nothing is wasted. An ostrich egg, once its contents have been eaten, becomes a perfect canteen for carrying and storing water. These eggshell canteens are often buried at specific locations along migratory routes, creating a network of hidden water caches that can be used in times of need. This foresight demonstrates a deep understanding of their territory and the challenges of a nomadic life. Their tools for gathering food are just as clever. A simple digging stick, sharpened and hardened in the fire, becomes an essential instrument for unearthing edible roots and tubers. These plants are a staple of their diet, providing crucial carbohydrates and nutrients. Women, who are the primary gatherers, possess an extraordinary botanical knowledge. They can identify hundreds of different plant species, knowing which are edible, which are medicinal, and which are poisonous. They use large capes made from animal hide, known as a kaross, not only for warmth, but also to carry firewood, gathered plants, and even small children, making it a truly multi-purpose garment. The harmony the San maintain with nature is not an abstract ideal. It is a practical, daily reality. Their hunting and gathering methods are inherently sustainable. When they harvest roots, they will often leave a piece of the plant in the ground to ensure it can regrow. When they collect honey from a wild beehive, they are careful not to destroy the colony, ensuring that the bees can continue to produce honey for the future. This approach is born from a recognition that their survival is directly linked to the health of the ecosystem. They are not simply taking from the land, they are actively participating in its cycles of renewal. This deep respect for nature is woven into every aspect of their material culture. The arrows used for hunting are crafted with meticulous care, each part made from a different natural material chosen for its specific properties. The sinew from an antelope's leg provides the binding, while the feathers of a bird guide the arrow's flight. This intimate knowledge of materials and the skill to transform them into effective tools represents a form of wisdom that has been refined over thousands of years. It is a wisdom that sees the potential in everything the desert provides and understands that the greatest tool of all is a deep and abiding respect for the source of life itself. The social structure of the San is perhaps as remarkable as their survival skills. At its core is a powerful ethic of sharing. This is not just a casual gesture of generosity, it is the fundamental organizing principle of their society. When a hunter brings back a large animal, the meat is meticulously divided and distributed among every member of the group. The hunter does not keep the best parts for himself, but ensures that everyone, from the youngest child to the oldest elder, receives a share. This system of insulting the meat, where the hunter downplays his achievement, prevents arrogance and reinforces the group's collective spirit. This commitment to equality extends to all aspects of their life. The San traditionally live in small nomadic groups without formal leaders or chiefs. Decisions that affect the group are made through consensus. Everyone has a voice, and discussions continue until an agreement is reached that everyone can accept. This process can be lengthy and requires great patience, but it ensures that every individual feels valued and that the harmony of the group is maintained. Conflict is resolved not through punishment or authority, but through conversation and communal pressure, with the ultimate goal being the restoration of peace and cooperation. In a world where possessions often define a person's status, the San have a profoundly different perspective. Material wealth is seen as a burden. Hoarding resources is socially unacceptable because it disrupts the flow of sharing that binds the community together. The focus is on relationships, not on objects. The security of an individual lies not in what they own, but in the strength of their network of family and friends. This web of mutual obligation ensures that no one is left behind. If a family falls on hard times, they can always rely on the support of the wider community. It is a social safety net woven from trust and reciprocity. This communal way of life is the bedrock of their resilience. It allows them to face the challenges of the desert, not as isolated individuals, but as a unified whole. The well-being of the group is paramount, and the success of one is seen as the success of all. This deep sense of belonging and mutual care creates a powerful social cohesion that has enabled them to endure for millennia. It is a profound lesson in the power of cooperation, reminding us that our greatest strength as a species lies not in competition, but in our ability to work together for the common good. When the desert sun sets and the air grows cool, the San gather around the flickering warmth of the campfire. This is not just a time for rest. It is a time for connection, for culture, and for the passing on of wisdom. It is here that the history and beliefs of the people come alive through storytelling. The elders, who are the respected keepers of knowledge, share the ancient tales that explain the creation of the world, the behavior of the animals, and the moral codes of their society. These stories are not mere entertainment, they are the primary educational tool, teaching the next generation everything they need to know to survive and to be a good person. Music and dance are inextricably linked to this oral tradition. The stories are often accompanied by the rhythmic clapping of hands and the sound of simple musical instruments like the hunting bow being played with a reed. Dance is a powerful form of expression, used to celebrate a successful hunt, to ask for healing, or to enter a state of spiritual trance. The trance dance is the central religious ritual for many San groups. Through hours of intense dancing and hyperventilation, healers enter an altered state of consciousness in which they believe they can communicate with the spirit world, draw out sickness from the community, and ensure the well-being of their people. For the San, art is not something to be hung on a wall. It is a living, breathing part of their culture. The famous rock paintings left by their ancestors across southern Africa are a testament to this deep spiritual and artistic heritage. These ancient galleries, painted in ochre, charcoal, and blood, depict scenes of hunting, dancing, and shamanic journeys. They are not just records of daily life. They are believed to be portals to the spirit world, places of great power and significance. The images of eland, a large antelope considered sacred, are particularly common, representing a source of spiritual potency that healers could harness in their trance state. The role of the elders in this process is vital. They are the living connection to the past, the conduits through which thousands of years of accumulated wisdom flows. They teach the children the names of the stars, the properties of the plants, and the stories of their ancestors. This intergenerational transfer of knowledge ensures the continuity of their culture. In a society without writing, memory is everything. The stories, songs, and dances are the threads that weave the past into the present, creating a vibrant and resilient cultural identity that has sustained the San people through the ages, a true testament to the power of the spoken word. The San way of life, forged in the crucible of the Kalahari, offers profound lessons for our modern, industrialized world. At a time when we are facing an unprecedented environmental crisis, their principle of sustainability is more relevant than ever. The San live by a simple rule: take only what you need and leave the rest for tomorrow. This is not a New Age slogan. It is an ancient practice born from a deep understanding of ecological limits. Their lifestyle demonstrates that it is possible for humans to live in abundance without destroying the natural systems that support them. It is a powerful counter-narrative to our culture of endless consumption. Their knowledge of the natural world also holds a treasure trove of wisdom. The San pharmacy is the desert itself. For generations, they have used plants to treat a wide range of ailments, from minor cuts and infections to more serious illnesses. This traditional medicine is holistic, treating not just the symptoms but the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. As modern science begins to investigate the medicinal properties of plants, it often finds that it is merely confirming what the San have known for centuries. The Hoodia gordoni plant, traditionally used by the San to suppress hunger and thirst on long hunts, is just one example that has captured the attention of the global pharmaceutical industry. Perhaps the most important lesson we can learn from the San is about community. In a world where many people experience loneliness and isolation despite being digitally connected, the San model of a sharing, egalitarian society is a powerful reminder of our fundamental human need for belonging. Their emphasis on cooperation over competition, on group well-being over individual gain, and on resolving conflict through dialogue offers a blueprint for a more compassionate and socially cohesive way of living. They show us that true wealth is not measured in possessions, but in the quality of our relationships with one another and with the world around us. Living in harmony with the earth is not a romantic notion for the San, it is the very foundation of their existence. They see the land, the animals, and themselves as part of a single sacred whole. This worldview fosters a sense of responsibility and stewardship that is often lacking in the modern world, where nature is frequently seen as a resource to be exploited. The wisdom of the San challenges us to rethink our own relationship with the planet. It calls on us to see the world not as a collection of objects, but as a community of beings to which we belong and to which we are accountable. The world of the San is changing at a pace that is both rapid and relentless. The ancient rhythms of their nomadic life are being disrupted by powerful external forces. One of the greatest challenges they face is the loss of their ancestral lands. The establishment of national parks, the expansion of cattle ranching, and the discovery of mineral resources like diamonds have led to their displacement from the territories they have inhabited for millennia. Confined to small settlement camps, they are often unable to hunt and gather as they once did. This loss of land is not just an economic blow, it is a spiritual one, severing their connection to the very source of their culture and identity. This displacement brings with it immense social and economic pressures. Forced to adapt to a cash-based economy for which they are ill-prepared, many San people face poverty, unemployment, and discrimination. Access to education and healthcare is often limited, and they find themselves marginalized within the national societies of Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa. The younger generation, exposed to modern lifestyles through schools and media, is caught between two worlds. They feel the pull of tradition, but also the allure of a different future, creating a generational gap that can strain the fabric of their communities and threaten the transmission of ancient knowledge. Despite these formidable challenges, the San are a people of incredible resilience. They are finding new and creative ways to preserve their culture and advocate for their rights. Many communities are working to document their own oral histories and traditional knowledge, ensuring it is not lost to time. Some have established community-run tourism enterprises, where they can share their culture with visitors on their own terms. This not only provides a much-needed source of income, but also helps to instill a sense of pride in their heritage among the younger generation, showing them that their ancient skills still have value in the modern world. Furthermore, the San are becoming increasingly active on the political stage. They are forming their own organizations and partnering with international advocacy groups to fight for their land rights and cultural survival. They are using national and international legal systems to challenge their dispossession and to demand a voice in decisions that affect their lives. Their struggle is a powerful example of an indigenous people fighting to maintain their identity in the face of globalization. It is a testament to their enduring spirit and their determination to ensure that the whispers of the Kalahari are not silenced, but continue to be heard for generations to come. The story of the San is a profound and moving chapter in the great book of humanity. It is a story of survival, of wisdom, and of a deep and abiding harmony with the natural world. Their journey through time, from the ancient past to the challenging present, offers us a mirror in which to see ourselves. It forces us to question our own way of life, our values, and our relationship with the planet that sustains us all. The San have shown that it is possible to live a rich and meaningful life with a light footprint on the earth, a lesson of immense importance in our time. To respect the San is to respect their right to choose their own future. It means supporting their struggles for land rights and self-determination. It means ensuring that if they choose to integrate with modern society, they can do so on their own terms, without being forced to abandon their language, their culture, and their identity. It also means recognizing the immense value of their traditional knowledge. This wisdom is not a relic of the past. It is a living heritage that holds potential solutions to some of the most pressing global challenges we face, from biodiversity loss to social inequality. All of humanity can gain something from listening to the whispers of the Kalahari. We can learn about sustainability from people who have practiced it for millennia. We can learn about community from a society built on sharing and equality. We can learn about resilience from a people who have endured in one of the world's toughest environments. Their perspective can help us reconnect with the natural world and with each other, reminding us that we're all part of a single, interconnected web of life. Their wisdom is a gift, an inheritance that belongs not just to them, but to all of us. Let us, therefore, approach the world of the San not with pity, but with profound respect. Let us see them not as a people frozen in time, but as a dynamic and resilient culture with a vital message for the 21st century. Their ancient wisdom, carried on the desert wind, calls on us to live more simply, more compassionately, and more harmoniously with our planet. It is a call to listen, to learn, and to recognize that the survival of their culture and the wisdom it holds is deeply connected to the future well-being of our shared global home. The enduring whisper of the San is a whisper of hope for us all. If you found this story meaningful, please consider liking this video, sharing your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribing to our channel for more journeys into the wisdom of the world. Your support helps us share these important voices with a wider audience.